Hi, so today I wanted to show you some Ebsco host databases that we have from the library. When you click on Ebsco host databases on the library website, it will lead you to this page. So you'll need a username and password to access this from home. That's available in your email or from your teacher, or you can email me for that information. So when you click on the link for Ebsco host, you can just click there and enter this database. So this database is a compilation of information from bazillions of magazines, newspapers, scholarly journals, encyclopedias, all kinds of things, all in one place. So if I search a really broad topic, let's say I search global warming, I now have 51,893 articles. Obviously, we don't expect you guys to read through all of those. If you do want to just browse, you're welcome to do that. But a few things that are handy are narrowing those search features. So let's say I want to learn about global warming. I may not want to read everything from 1950 to 2020. So I can use this bar, or I can just type in and do, say, from 2009 up until 2020, so that we have something a bit more recent. You can choose which publication. So if you do want to look at something specific, for example, the Canadian Press or the Times or USA Today, you can take a look at those things. You can also look at things that have a subject of global warming flagged. So that means that it's using global warming as a key phrase. It's not just mentioned in the article's about that. And you can kind of narrow things that way. You can also hit the advanced search option. And you could do things like global warming and Canada, just to narrow that down. I always check full text. That means that the full article is available for you. Peer reviewed, if you're looking for articles from experts in that field, you'd want to check that box and make sure that you're getting some peer reviewed articles. You can also choose your document type. So for example, if you want to see how the newspaper has talked about global warming over the years, you might want to look at different newspaper articles, but you're not really interested in reading a bunch of other things. You can do that as well. So you can narrow it down. You can narrow down language. If you're finding that things that you're getting are a little bit too difficult, especially with some health issues, you might find that things are geared more towards medical professionals and you want things more geared toward a high school student who's interested, you can highlight, say, 3 lower reading levels and make sure that you're getting easier information to read. They have different reading level areas. You can just highlight one of those. That's totally fine. And you can go down again and really, really narrow it down. So when I hit search, instead of 51,000, I now have 173. Still a lot, but I can start to look at some of these articles. So I'm just going to click on the first article that pops up and see what that's about. So right here I can see all of my information. I'm going to close that. I've got the authors. The source is from a journal called Environmental Reviews. It's from 2017, so it's fairly current. And you can find some information about what exactly this article is about right here. If I want to look at it, I'm going to click the PDF full text. And I can view this article exactly as it appears in the journal on my computer from home. So it's really cool that we can actually access all of this information. If this was something that you said, hey, I'd like to save this, I think it might be useful for my project, I highly recommend using this permalink button right here. Click on that and you can actually save this web address into a document. Use your OneDrive. I would start a document and save all of the interesting articles that you find, and then you could just paste that link and maybe a little blurb about what the article was about, so that when you come back to it, you can click on it and come back if you think that you might use it for a project. Teachers, you can also use this to direct students to reading from your website, so that's really handy as well. When you're using this, you will need to use the username and password again. So I would recommend putting that username and password if you're in a protected forum. I can't publish that password online, unfortunately, but you can access it from your Microsoft Teams or whatever private platform your class is using. You can also save to Google Drive. If you'd like to print, you can do that. You can email it, add it to a folder. So there's lots of information here. And the cite feature is really cool as well. So when I click on cite, I can then copy and paste the bibliography information in APA formatting, or if you scroll down, you'll find the MLA, and you can paste that right into your bibliography and use that as a source for your teacher to see where you got that information from. And again, teachers, you could copy and paste that so that students could access it and know where it came from. So just a few things that are really interesting in here. If we go back to our result list, again, you can scroll down. You can add keywords to the top if you'd like to really narrow it down some more. And then you can also see different articles. Just click the PDF full text, and again, it will come up and you can find all sorts of things. So as I mentioned, this will show, depending on what you've selected in your advanced search features, it will show you magazines, newspapers, all kinds of things. And so you'll get a really wide variety of articles, and you can just use those search features to narrow down some things. Feel free to contact me if you need help. This was just a super quick overview, but I'm happy to help if you need anything. And my email's on the library website. Thanks.